Right, let's talk about the absolute trickiest part of moving into management, and that is leading the people who used to be your buddies. Now, this happened to me, and it was really exciting on one hand, but massively awkward on the other. I got a promotion, we went and had a round of drinks, everyone was saying, "Well done, mate." Monday morning was weird. Suddenly I had to manage my friends. And I genuinely tried to keep things exactly the same. I really hoped that there'd be no change in the dynamic. But how do you hold a friend accountable for being consistently late? How do you have that difficult performance chat with a person that you were just having a massive gossip fest with on Friday? And some of my friends even wanted special favours, which obviously I refused to give them. And this caused hostility, more so than if I'd just been a normal manager and not a buddy boss. To be honest, I wanted to have the comfort of the friendship without the hard truth of the authority and responsibility that came with the job. And I'll be honest with you, it was deeply uncomfortable, but it was a bit of a lonely time. It took me a painful period to realise that leadership requires professional distance. And this is not disloyalty, by the way. I didn't have to stop being friends, but I did have to start being a leader. And that meant setting clear and fair and professional boundaries for everybody. And it's a social tightrope. And it's one of the most unexpected shocks for first-time managers. That's why we spend time in the Leadership Sketchpad giving you the frameworks to navigate the managing former peers challenge without losing your integrity. But I want to give you 3 direct, no-fluff tips to get this right. First of all, clarify your primary role, because you're no longer just a friend. You're now the manager. So your accountability is now to the business and to the entire team's success. Your decisions must be professional and they must be objective. You can be warm, you can be friendly, but don't let those old habits blur these new necessary professional lines. A simple, clear rule: business first. Second, have the chat. Don't avoid it, because that just leads to even more awkwardness. Take your friend aside for a private, direct conversation. Be honest. Be vulnerable. Say something like, "Look, I really value our friendship, but my job has changed and how we work together is going to have to change as well. When I put my manager hat on, I'm focused purely on performance and fairness, and our friendship is outside of that." Clear, direct, no ambiguity. You might want to prepare that conversation. Third, be ruthlessly fair. Now, this is when you managers often trip up, because you absolutely cannot be seen to favourite your old colleagues. They must meet the same standards, they must follow the same rules, and they must receive the same level of feedback, whether it's a brilliant feedback or, "Yeah, you need to work on this." In fact, to build trust across the wider team, you will often need to hold your friends to an even higher standard, at least initially. Consistency is the name of the game here. Getting this right is crucial for your professional standing and for building that all-important trust across the whole team. This is a big part of becoming a competent and confident first-line manager. So if you're tackling this new role and if you want more practical tools, we cover all of these sticky wickets in the Leadership Sketchpad and in the newsletter. So check it out. I'll put a link into the comments.